right, welcome back, guys. We are finally back. It has been a while since I've last made an actual proper video, but I am finally back. And I guess before I get started, I just want to do a quick little thank you to all of my subscribers, everyone who likes and comments and subscribes and all that stuff. It means a lot. We have hit a major milestone. We are over 50 subscribers at the time of this recording. I have about 58 subscribers, which is crazy because starting this, I never thought that I would even get close to that number. I never thought I would get anything at all. So it's really cool that having started doing this, seeing that growth slowly but surely happening, it's been a really, really fun time. And just even any comment that I get where people, you know, are asking for prints or someone is just saying that they like my photography is something I never really thought would ever happen. So big thank you to everyone who watches the videos, who likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all that fun stuff. So I guess to get started, really, we are back with a part 2 for the Amira Elfeky photo shoot series, I guess now, because this is now my second video of helping my friend Brian, aka Cruel Boy on Instagram, helping him with shooting Amira Elfeky, who is a super awesome artist, super nice, super humble, super kind, and was an absolute pleasure to work with. It was a really fun experience, a really great time, and I think the biggest thing going in on my mind at this moment was that I really needed to redeem myself after our last photo shoot. If you guys had watched my part 1, which at the time I didn't intend to be a part 1, but is now a part 1, if any of you guys had watched that, you'd know that for the most part I missed all of my shots, and it was super deflating, super depressing. I felt like I just lost all my confidence, and here we are with the part 2, in which honestly I feel like I redeemed myself, and I'm really happy with how these came out, and let's just jump right into it. So right off the bat, we ran into our first snag. We had reserved an all-white studio, all-white background. It was something that Amira had specifically requested for the shoot, and it looked like someone had literally drove like a dirt bike all over. And for us to actually have gotten an all-white studio, which is what they marketed as, and when you look at the marketing listing, it is pristine, all white. For us to have actually gotten that, we would have had to pay like another $100-200 to actually have gotten that, where they just repaint the whole thing white. It could have been $300. I forget honestly how much they wanted to charge us. It was absolutely insane. To use the studio lights, it was like another $150 on top of that, which is crazy. So we had to bust out our own personal lights. I mean, no big deal, we brought them anyways, and we had to do everything we could to kind of avoid looking at the floor, because that was literally so filthy and it would have ruined the whole shoot. It kind of delayed us another hour. We ended up having to stay another like hour, 2 hours extra, which of course they charged us for. And yeah, it was kind of a frustrating experience, but you have to make do with what you got. Honestly, I was really excited. I felt much more confident in this shoot than I did in the previous one, where we were outside and it was so hard to control all of those environmental factors, and the light just totally escaped me from the first shoot, where obviously in a studio this is a much more controlled environment, much easier to get a solid, consistent shoot going. And so I had a bit more confidence than I did in the last one. I feel like if you were to watch that video and juxtapose it to this video, you would see a big difference in not only the quality of shoot, but the confidence that, you know, I was exuding. And once we dialed everything in, all we had to do was wait for Amira to show up. And soon after, she came. And immediately, we got down to business. And right off the bat, I just started kind of popping them off. I like to try to not have too much on my mind when I'm on one of these shoots, and I feel like that might be counterintuitive, but I feel like the more that I try to think of how I want things to be, the more counter that will happen. So I kind of try to turn my brain off and just wait for moments to kind of happen, and then I try to seize that moment in time. Right here, we got the first few shots off. What I kind of find interesting about the shots that I took here is obviously you can clearly see Brian holding up the mirror in the image, and I don't know, I kind of decided to just leave it like that. There's something, I don't know, I couldn't really speak to, but I thought the image looked better with him in it, and you can kind of see that, than, you know, trying to crop him out and, you know, making an image where it looks like it's all kind of like floating or something. But I actually preferred the way it came out. I think it looked great. Yeah, so then we start moving on. We are setting up our second shot, and here we are using my Amaran 300C, which is an incredible lighting fixture. It gets insanely hot, but it's so adaptable. It has so many different plugins that you can put in, and it creates the different shapes in the light, and it also has a spotlight attachment as well. So it was very fun to play with while we were doing this shoot, and it creates like a lot of different types of variety that you can kind of create during a studio shoot like this.
Feel it? No, not yet.
So in these kind of lighting conditions, I decided to go with Cinestill 800t. That is a film stock that you get a lot of saturation and like rich colors in, and you get some really cool halation going on in that film as well. So I thought during those moments that we used that bright red light on my Amaran, that it would be perfect to pop in Cinestill and see what comes out. Now, unfortunately, it still came out kind of blurry. I missed focus just a tiny bit in some of them, but otherwise I think it came out mostly how I was kind of hoping for. I wanted something a bit more gritty in this, and I thought this one kind of delivered a little bit.
I'm down to get a performance or two. We'll just start at this part, okay? Alright, just higher. Okay, ready? OG. Here we go. 3, 2.
I only shot 2 rolls during this whole shoot, and it was Cinestill and Ektar. Now, the reason why I picked those, like I said earlier with the Cinestill one, was because of the rich colors you get and that deep saturation that I really do like, and it's a bit more gritty, a bit more textured, and I really appreciate that. And with Ektar, it also kind of has this warmer tone to it, than like, you know, other film stocks that I've used in the past. So I figured that Cinestill and Ektar were best for the type of photo shoot that they wanted. And to be a better fit into the music video. To be honest, I don't know if Brian is even going to use these photos. He hasn't gotten back to me about that, but we shall see. If you watch a music video and it's there, that'd be cool. That's from me. But if not, no, they suck and I die. You gave me the shit one. I think it's really funny because we were here for, I don't know, like 5 hours, 6 hours? I could be totally wrong, honestly, but we were there, it felt like for such a long time, and I have so much footage, and yet, I don't know, I'm using only like a fraction of what I actually shot for a behind the scenes. So I don't know if any of you guys are actually interested in getting like an uncut version of a behind the scenes sort of thing for the shoot, then just let me know in the comments, and I don't know, I'll throw something together and make one, upload that. Yeah. And so now it's time for arguably probably the best shot that I took at the studio, and that is the picture frame photos. These were the ones that I actually shot on Ektar, and I'm pretty happy with how they came out. And I don't really shoot on Ektar anyways, so I wasn't really too sure how these would come out. I did have kind of like a vision a little bit of what I was expecting, and I think more or less it kind of fell within those parameters that I was expecting. So I'm actually very happy with how a lot of these photos came out. And you compare this to the last video I did, where I probably got 2 shots total that came out good, or that I was happy with, versus now where, you know, I have at least fucking 5. Unfortunately, I only did 2 rolls. I was kind of busy helping with the lighting for the studio and helping them with their video, where, you know, I was only able to get 2 rolls out of the shoot. So hopefully if there is a next time, I would like to have shot at least like bare minimum 4 or 5 rolls where, you know, you can really get some good variety. And there were tons of times where I really wanted to take a shot, but I kind of held back because I just didn't think that, one, I didn't want to be like rushing out shots and pumping them out, but then 2, I wanted to be a bit more mindful of, you know, I'm here on their studio time, so I didn't want to be too much in the way. And yeah, I don't know, maybe next time hopefully we'll get some more photos out of it, but that's kind of it. I know it's kind of like a short video, but what can I say? I did have some more shots. You know, I took 2 rolls, that's at least 20 pictures, but most of them were not really usable in a way that I wanted it to be. There were some really great potential in some of them, but they were just misfocused or slightly blurry, and, you know, it's kind of a frustrating moment because if they had came out clear, it would have been amazing, and I would have been way happier with how the photo shoot came out. But, you know, them's the, what is it? Them's the breaks, as they say. And yeah, like always, if you've made it this far in the video, really appreciate everyone who watches, who likes, comments, shares, subscribes, all of that fun stuff. And I'll see you next time.
I don't know about this, buddy.
Dude, that was the best mirror I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's not gonna work.
I'm not.
This shit is what?
God damn.
This, I don't think we're gonna be able to break this, to be honest.
No way. How would we not be able to? It's made from steel.
I mean, if you have like a rock from outside, just smash it.
Okay. What's it called?
Yeah, right?
You know what I'm talking about?
You bitch! No way!
Man, you know what? Maybe just drop it. Maybe. Fuck it. Like.
Sure.
Like this.
Alright. You ready?
Yep. Hey.
There we are.
Beautiful.
Ha ha! Boom.